Virgo. I'm going to wait for you guys to hear me on YouTube because I don't see myself. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. There I am. Virgo. Hello. Hello, Virgo. Let me tell you, I literally just got off of Taurus reading. I don't even know why. I don't know why this song came up in my head. I haven't heard this song in forever. And I'm like, I don't remember if I was going to do Virgo or Sagittarius next. So as I'm going to the YouTube studio, there's nothing, there's no video on or nothing. And the only thing I hear is, I'm so into you. You remember that old SUV song? I got to listen to that actually when I finish my readings. But I don't know why. Like, go look that up. I think that's SUV. I think it's SUV. That's the song that I was singing. And I was like, what the heck is up with that? So I don't know. Maybe there's going to be someone that's just so into you. You go listen to those lyrics. And I need to listen to them because I don't remember a little bit of it. I don't remember, like, I remember the chorus. But I don't remember, like, the song like that. Just a little FYI. I don't know. Something that you need to know, I guess. Virgo, we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. I have some cards that I have not used literally and probably, this is like a brand new deck. Seriously, like brand new. Like I haven't even used it. Probably used it like once or twice 4 years ago. And I told you I'd just be going through my drawers and stuff. I'd just be going through stuff. I just be busy. Okay. I just be busy. I'm always doing something. And I was like, oh, let me see what this is. And I was like, oh, this is a nice deck. Let me use this. So what we're going to do, we're going to actually use the first, we're going to go through this deck. And it's going to be for every Virgo. Like, everything is for every Virgo until we actually kind of hone in on what you may need to know specifically in a minute. But we're going to go through that. And then we're going to use the same deck for the degree. Because I feel like this deck is very valuable and I like it a lot. So let's go ahead and pull and see what comes out here for you guys. You said Peebo Bryson sang a song, A Well. Oh, I gotta listen to that. I've never even heard of that. Never heard of that. Interesting. Okay, I will do that. Thank you. All right, let's see what's happening here with you, Virgo. Let's see what's happening here with you. Oh, wow. That came out for Taurus. That came out for Taurus. Oh, somebody about to get sexed, huh? It's like I kind of want to use these. I'm doing it the way that I'm supposed to be doing it. Okay. All right. And then you had Earth Soul at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Let's see. You guys had intimacy here? You know, I'm not trying to tell Virgo's business, but you know, I know Virgos and Tauruses and Sagittariuses, Capricorns as well, and Aquariuses, right? They've been mad at me, but I gotta see what I gotta do with them. But anyway, I know how some people have been moving over the last few years. Okay, so we're saying, okay, that for those who have not been, and intimacy here could be for different ways. You could have had sex, but it wasn't intimate sex. It wasn't anything special. For some of you, you didn't have that. This wasn't like, it's like, no, it's been a desert, right? It's been dry. It's been dry. Ain't nothing been happening over there. Nothing been happening. Okay. But it also talks about you, and I think we mentioned this before with another deck, right? And it talked about sexuality, specifically with you, Virgo. And this is making me feel like there's something different happening with the way that you connect to your sexuality, yourself, other people, who you may be doing it with. Okay. So that's another thing, okay, that I will say it just kind of feels like it's more passionate in that area. All right. So I just feel like this is something that you guys could possibly be doing, but not with playfulness afterward. Okay. We ain't about to be out here playing. All right. Here, the next one talks about playfulness, and this is making me think that like life is serious, but it's not like everything is serious. You know, everything about life is serious, meaning you got to constantly be worried about this. It's the Saturn kind of energy where it's always a hardship or something that you have to worry about when you can't enjoy yourself. I feel like here with the playfulness, it is literally saying that's the key to you being happy. Okay. There's also this thing too where it's like you may enjoy what you're doing as far as your job, because it says it's a key to your success. So something that you like to do, it's enjoyable finally. Or maybe there's something that you guys finally figure out that makes your work enjoyable. But I just feel like this is just an enjoyable energy. I don't know how to really explain it. I feel like no matter what you're doing, you're starting to enjoy life more. Not just one area, you're just starting to enjoy life. And again, you're not, it's, you know, when they say, oh, don't be so serious. No, you need to be serious about things, but not serious in a way that you can't smile, you can't laugh because there's nothing to be happy about. There's nothing to be, there's no joy. So now there's intimacy with people. Intimacy is like intimate connections with people. There's this more joyful enjoyment that you guys are having when it comes down to life. Okay. And then you guys had consciousness. You are emerging as an individual. So let's just say, like, you were in a long-term committed relationship. Because emerging as an individual could be now you're not in that long-term commitment anymore. Or if this could have something to do with you're no longer living in your parents' house. You're no longer living there. You're busting out on your own. It says that you are taking control over your life. You are beginning to achieve self-mastery where you don't need anybody, even though that there could be people who are there to help you. And then getting to the point where you don't need anybody. Either way, this is what I'm saying. Okay, so far, this is good. Then you had life path 1. Now, a lot of you guys are really into numerology, so you already know what your life path is. You already know that. And this is saying that you are the person who is a leader. Okay, it says you do better working on your own. Some of you guys really do. That was the opposite for one of the groups with Taurus. It was the opposite for them. Even though I think some of them actually do better on their own. But for you, that's most likely what's been happening. It's just been you've been working by yourself. You can work in a hospital and still work in a pharmacy or the lab, and you're the only person that's up in there. I've been there a million times where I'm like the only person in the lab. I'm the only person that's, in the floor, helping with medications and stuff like that. Even though it's a hospital full of thousands of people, hundreds of people. And so I just feel like with this one, it's just saying that you guys are here to be the leaders and the pioneers of something. Like people can look up to you and you'll get the job done. Okay. And it also, to me, coming out, looking at self-mastery and individuality in the life path 1, that's also very much so entrepreneurship energy, meaning that you're creating something for yourself. You're creating this success. Then you had lucky star. That was crazy. Born with good luck. Things coming naturally and effortlessly. more likely to get lucky in life. Now, you need to figure out what Jupiter is in your chart if this is coming out. Because a lot of y'all probably like, no, that's not true. And I would say, even if you've had bad experiences, you could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. And I know, like, you guys already know how I am. I'm so realistic. When people be saying stuff like that, you'd be like, well, this done happen, this done happen, this done happen, this done happen. This is, so how in the world am I luckier than somebody else? And the only thing that I can say, sometimes when you start doing readings, then that you come to a realization of that. But this isn't even about the past, even if you don't believe so. This really is about the future. Because Star talks about being front and center. It talks about what you're meant to do, what you're destined to do. And just based on what I'm seeing, this is a good reading. Putting it all together, whatever you are self-mastering, you're going to be really, really good at and recognized for. You're going to be the leader of that, the pioneer of that. You're going to have some joy in what you do and finally have joy in your life. And there's going to be people that you're going to connect with along the way that you're going to be vibing with. Okay? Oh, yeah. The streets ain't safe. Got to be careful. I always say that. Now, hopefully you guys know that. Hopefully you guys know not to be just out here, just doing any old thing with any old body, even though that's your prerogative. That's your prerogative. Okay? But hopefully we're kind of past that. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use these exact cards for the degrees. So we're going to start with 0 through 10. We're going to see what's going to come out. And then we're going to use the tarot to kind of like finish it off. So we're going to see what's going to come out here for you, Virgo, sun degree 0 through 10. Let's see what comes out. All right. Ooh. Okay, I don't know why this is coming out in thick chunks like this. I'm not going to read all of it, but thick chunks. That's level consciousness 4. You guys have level conscious 6 and then life path 6. Excel in physical activities. Physical joy. Freedom fighter. Going from fling to fling, hardly settling. All right. Let me tell the reason why this is coming out. Isn't this interesting? And I'm noticing it. Obviously, I'm going to have to kind of pair these together. I wasn't trying to, but I noticed earlier it was doing the same thing. Remember when I said that there's a difference? 0 to 10. Everybody listen, but 0 to 10, okay? Remember when I said that there's a difference between having, SEX, right? I don't even think I can say the word. That's how crazy it is, but whatever. And, being intimate with someone, actually being intimate with them and it being a transcendent experience, right? I don't know if that's what you were getting, okay? Because if you pay attention to this card, it talks about some of you guys could have been dealing with someone who were in sports, right? They could have been very well built. They had a well-built body. They can attract a lot of people, but at the same time, them physically being good looking, they also attract a lot of different people where they couldn't settle down. So this is like jumping from one person to the other. And you guys could have been dealing with that. And then the burning karma came at the bottom of the deck. So this is letting me know that this is what you guys are stepping out of. Dealing with people with that type of energy and that type of behavior. Because they definitely look good. Okay? Or someone that you found attractive, but for whatever reason, you were just always finding the same kind of energy, people who just did not settle down, okay? And so that's a part of you advancing to your true self, not dealing with these kind of individuals. Or we got to say it. We have to say it. You know, it's some Virgos who are like that. I had somebody in another comment section. I'd be so floored sometimes in what I be seeing because I'm like the least negative person. At least I would try to be, right? And I literally said in one of the readings where, and I'm looking at the card, and obviously I see that there could possibly be someone who does sex work, right? She wrote a whole paragraph and was like, "This is just so negative, and this is so negative, and I can't believe you said sex work." And I'm like, "Am I reading for you?" Like she took it personal. And this is the reason why, like, I'm so, and I didn't even respond because I looked at it and it was like, I didn't care, but I just thought, like, that is insane to even think that. But people are really out here with this type of mindset. And so I already kind of told y'all this kind of arena is a little, anyway. If I'm saying that some of y'all could have been that way, right? Some of y'all could have been that way. Do you know how many mistresses that I talk to? Let's just keep it a buck. Can I keep it real? I've said this a million times. The most mistresses sign is Virgo. You ain't not about to be sitting up here and punk me and me not saying what the fuck I just said, because that's what it is. And when I talk to them, I tell them that the reason why they don't feel no kind of way because there's no skin off my back. That ain't got nothing to do with me. What does that have to do with me? Some of the closest people I know are that. And I'll be like, well, I don't believe in that. That's not the way that I roll. That ain't the way that I roll. But I never, ever get down on them. And I don't want nobody coming in. Well, I done been married. That has happened before. Okay. It's a whole lot of stuff y'all don't know about me, baby. Okay. And I will never say my business. Even still, I don't feel no kind of way because that ain't got nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me. They know my stance on that, and I want the best for them. But one thing about Virgo, I will say, that didn't come from a Virgo. That particular sex work thing did not come from a Virgo. That came from another side, which is very weird because to me, they are known to do that. So when I'm reading something, I'm not reading it for a particular person. I'm saying, yes, some Virgos, and it was like almost like all Sagittariuses were angels all of a sudden. I'm like, where does that happen? Say that to the Virgo who's been dealing with a Sagittarius who have been dealing with somebody and they've been jacking them up emotionally and mentally. You tell them that. You tell that Leo that. Okay? So when I'm saying that there are people here, there are Virgos who really are about that life and they don't give a damn, that's what I mean. And maybe this is a part of your evolution where you're coming out of that, where you're like, you know what? It's been fun. It's been fun. I just don't want to do it anymore. This is the reason why I say this is burning that part of my life, burning that part of me. A lot of you guys really aren't going to be doing that. That's just what it is. So nothing to be ashamed of. Okay, you could be in between worlds, like they say. You're almost there, but not there yet. Okay. I like this one because it talks about, I'm not going to put too many down there, but I like this one because it talks about you guys enduring those type of behaviors with people and still having that nature of nurturing, giving. And that's another thing that you won't be doing again. You won't be doing that. Okay. You're like, listen, I understand that I'm a life path 6. I understand that I give a lot, but no. I ain't gonna be dealing with people who it's hard for them to settle down. Okay. It's hard to settle down. This is always the people that y'all want, though. This is always the ones that Virgo end up wanting. Especially divine feminines, right? Especially if they're good looking and fit. I'd be like, Virgo, come on now, I get it. But you're like, no. And some of y'all are like that. Some of y'all are fit, and I'm not talking about the settling down part, but some of y'all are about to get fit. Okay, let's see. 0 to 10. And by the way, this really does have every life path in this deck. So we'll see. We're going to be using this this week because we're almost at the end of the week. But definitely all next week we're going to be using it. Okay, here it says sanctuary and resting from what? Sadness, depression, disappointment. Here it says now there's about to be a readjustment in your life. There's about to be hope that's about to be brought back to you. There's a balancing. You are adapting, right? And so a lot of you guys are going to be doing that because you have been with people that you probably have fallen in love with. And yeah, it hurt because this is the Five of Cups, right? And so now you're these emotional ills for whatever reason. It doesn't even have to do with romance. It could be just dealing with all types of stuff that you guys have experienced, where now there's this healing involved, right? And there's this rest. So I don't see anybody around right now. They don't need to be. You need to be able to come up out of that feeling refreshed, feeling rejuvenated, and then you can move on towards something that's going to be real, having real intimacy with someone in relationships. Okay? All right. Went on a tangent there. Sorry. You already know I have to tell my stories sometimes. 11 through 20, Virgo. 11 through 20, Virgo sun degree. Let's see what comes out here. 11. Ooh, you guys got more than one, too. Ooh. Why y'all getting past 6? Why are y'all getting that? All right. This is this card that's like, you know, not too much ass, not too much on me. All right. Maybe you don't have a lot of friends in life. Okay. It's telling you to use discernment with the people that you come across at this time. Meaning, okay, we talked about that with 0 to 10. So with you, there's something else that's I'm about to say, but with you, it's saying you may have throughout life struggled with people who have been very envious of you. For some odd reason, you weren't able to make friends with people because of some odd reason. And I'm not the one to say that, you know, you didn't make friends because everybody was envious of you. That's just not true. Some people personality just don't click well. Okay? I know this to be true based on 4 Virgos I had last month. For some odd reason, no matter what they do, who they come across, they work with, no matter what they do, for some odd reason, people don't like them. And I'm like, y'all really are pretty. And it's really not just about the physical looks, right? It's personality wise. I mean, seriously, like you can get on Zoom and it literally just almost like bursts through the camera. And I know who they are because that's the energy that they give off, right? And so people understand that for you, you can walk in a room and they can feel that on you. I mean, seriously, that's the light that radiates off of you. And you attract haters for real. You don't have to do nothing. You could just be standing there. And all of a sudden people are just like, I don't like Virgo. I don't like them like that. And so you've been like struggling your whole life trying to connect with people. But your relationships, as far as how you have been in romantic relationships, the reason why a lot of people gravitate towards you in the beginning is because you are good looking. It's because you do have that light. You do have it. But there's something that happens. You know how that life path 6 just came out here? If you don't see your light, then people will take advantage of it. And when people start taking advantage of you, then the lure of the mystery energy starts to fade. They don't feel like they have to like really try in connection. So if you play your hand right in relationships, you wouldn't necessarily have horrible relationships. It's just for you, sometimes, I'm not going to say, I feel like it's more so like naivety in relationships is the reason why you've gotten to the place that you've gotten. Nothing to do with your looks, your ability to attract or anything like that. It has nothing to do with that. It just has something to do with your idea of love and naivety at times. But when it comes to people, you unfortunately attract people who just don't like you. That's been your problem. And what's interesting is that I know that this happens for every Virgo. But for you, you could be in this situation right now. That's the reason why it's coming out. Because for at least 2 of them, they were in that situation last year. They're not in that situation this year. And that means you're going to be in a situation like this. People just don't like you for whatever reason. Now, that's what I'm saying. So this could be bringing in some type of questioning. And you guys have been questioning, why? Why am I experiencing this? Why is this type of stuff happening to me? And their answer is because people just don't rock with your frequency like that. And you have to just let it go. You have to be like, oh, okay. And I love what it says, repeatedly encountering envious people your whole life. Repeatedly. And that's what brings that deep questioning of like, what? But you also attract people who lie and end up being deceptive. Because they tend to want the prettiest things. They want the shiniest objects. But it doesn't have deep meaning. It's not deep enough. And so you guys are going to start attracting again, that intimacy is not always about like literal sexual intimacy, which it is, but it really is about coming together, being with someone and learning each other on an intimate level, completely different from just a bang, right? That is what you guys are going to be experiencing. So let's go ahead. Let's get to your tarot. This is for 11 to 20. I'm so happy I put Sagittarius at 9 o'clock. That makes me happy. Because I already know I would have went over. Ooh, you guys got the 3 of Wands here. I need you, 11 through 20, to start grounding more. Or I don't know what you can do to help your nervous system. Because I feel a little bit more anxiety on you, which is on every Virgo, but on you, I'm feeling a little bit more. So I just feel like there needs to be things that you need to do or that you can do to get you out of this constant worry. Okay. You're interesting. You know that there's been people who don't like you for whatever reason, and it's been trying to take your joy. People intentionally trying to take your joy from you. And in that kind of sense kind of causes this anxiety that kind of stirs up in you. I need you to continue to do things that make you happy, whatever that is. I can bring up a million things, little small things that I like to do. Little small things. It doesn't even have to be anything major. But it helps you shift into that frequency instead of staying on that lower frequency of what this envious person is trying to keep you at. Okay? That's just something I'm just telling you. Some of you guys could be separated from somebody as far as emotionally and romantically right now. And I don't know why I feel like you could be waiting on that. That's another thing. You need to, again, keep moving forward because that's going to shift. It's going to empower you to start having more meaningful experiences. Okay, so that's what I see for you. This is for 21 through 29. I got one card for everybody I'm going to pull after this. Not individually, but collectively. This is for Virgo. What do you guys need to know today? 21 through 29. One at a time, please. My dear, let me see what this is. Oh my God. Okay. Interesting. You guys had 2 cards that fell, but I'm noticing you guys had newborn soul and teenage soul. I don't know what none of these cards mean. I have never, like I said, it's a brand new deck for me. You also have collaboration. Lessons, basic life skills, survival, being in survival, childlike mentality, untamed, unrefined. Lessons is survival, basic life skills. Okay, I get it. Because newborns, that's what they're learning, right? And so for you guys here, 21 through 29, maybe it's been about survival. Maybe you guys are learning new skills. Some of you guys possibly had a baby. Teenage soul, exercising free will, exploring, expressing, liberty. And then you have this one. Exercising free will and life. You know, babies are confined to the stomach, right? And then when they come out, now it's like a birth, right? So it's like they're coming out of that confined situation. And, you know, to some degree, which isn't really to some degree, but newborns are dependent on the parents, on the mother. The newborn is dependent in that way for survival. Right? And so maybe this is basically saying that you could have been at that place, right? Or this is the reason why teenage soul coming out, because now there is I like the fact that it's teenager instead of like an adult, because I get the reason why this is here. Because teenager is more so like they're excited about exploring things. They don't know about adulthood, right? Like they don't know about all the hardships and stuff like that. So they are moving through life with like bright eyes. So if you guys have been experiencing needing basic life necessities, I feel there's about to be an emergence. Because here, this card basically refers to you being able to be free from those things, being able to express yourself now, being able to move freely, move about, and not confined into one place, one person, or dependent on people. Okay? Now, you also had breaking contracts. Y'all already know what that means. Okay, so this is like I said before, for some of you, this is no longer being in certain type of connections or long-term connections, freeing yourself from a soul contract. That's exactly what it says. So here it is again, freeing yourself, right? And, you know, not allowing certain things to stop your growth, whether it's a person, circumstances, that type of stuff. That is going to be done away with, again, with the whole burning thing. So, I mean, this has really been like a process here. Like you guys are being born, or you have been born again. And part of that birth is really you being able to like now live the life that you want to live according to this teenage soul. This is for, ooh, that was too many, Virgo. 11, I'm sorry, 21 through 29. Let me see what that was that fell on the floor. That was too many. Let me see what that was, though. Oh, all right. What was this? You guys had Knight of Cups that fell on the ground, but then you guys had the Queen of Wands that's coming out. Look at this. Queen of Wands, creativity, curiosity, passion. That's the same thing dealing with the teenage soul. It's the same thing. There's no hefty responsibilities for the teenager. The teenager is able to explore. You know, most of the time, all the teenagers I know are literally always in sports. That's all they do. Like, they'll go to school, they have to do their schoolwork, but they're staying active around where I live. I'm pretty sure that's most communities. All the teenagers are in sports. All the teenagers are in activities. Every last one of them. Okay? So that's what's making me feel like you guys are going to be very active. And, you know, even with this one, the whole passion thing is an action card, or being very active here, being creative. And that's what I see that's going to be happening for you. You had passion twice. You had it here on the Queen of Wands, and you had it here on the Knight of Cups. That newborn soul that talks about your physical existence. I don't know why I feel like there's going to be this sense of gratitude that you're about to gain, because you were able to survive this stage in life. This is the most vulnerable stage that you could be in, right? It's a newborn soul, right? That's the most vulnerable stage. And it's like, you're going to be like, ah, thank God. Thank God. Okay. Something could be given to you, or there's some type of offer. I don't know what this could be. This is literally anything. Because remember, we're talking about physical existence. This could be a job. This could be someone that just wants to give you something. I mean, as far as romantically, you definitely got that, right? You got someone here that's going to find you attractive and stuff like that. I feel like this person, more than anything, that's going to bring out something in you that you didn't think that was there. It's almost like this person makes you excited. Okay, like I see this excitement, I see this drive to do things, because their energy is where you are. Like, you don't feel that draining energy. You don't feel that. It's like, whoever this is, this person is like really making you feel good. But I just feel like that's just the overall energy of what you're going to be experiencing in general, 21 through 29. Just waking up feeling excited, and playfulness, and having joy. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get the collective of Virgos. Let's get your last card here. You guys always got cards falling on the floor. Wow. Limiting beliefs and beating a dead horse. I need you guys, I'm not saying that you have to adapt to your, what you feel you failed at, right? I also feel like, please stop I can't do, what you feel like you won't be able to achieve is all due to what you haven't been able to achieve. That's all I feel from this. Like, I can't has nothing to do with your ability with not being able to. I just believe that you have been saying this for a very long time. Like, I'm trying, but I can't. I'm trying, but I can't. And beating that dead horse is like, I'm so over it. I'm so over it. So that's the energy that I feel. It's, I can't, but I'm trying, but I can't. And this is going on too long. Beating the dead horse is like something that's just like, okay, can we get over this already? Okay, all right, we get it. We get it. Right? We get it, universe. We get it. It's that type of thing. So some of you guys are in this energy. But sometimes it's about not knowing when to walk away, and not knowing when to move on, not knowing when to readjust. Because something here, there needs to be some type of readjustment in your life, something. Now, I feel like for some of you guys, this does have to do with relationships, and for others, this just has something to do with the way that you're thinking. Because here it talks about limiting beliefs. Okay. So I do see a readjustment, and I don't know why I feel like there's something that you're not seeing where you can make something happen, but it's almost like you're like, I don't know. And it's like, it's right there. You know how when you were used to play games when you were a kid, they would put the blindfold on you, and there's only a few people that can tap you to make you go in a direction, but you only have to feel it. And people are like tap you a little bit to tell you what direction to go in. Some people will tap you to make you to go in the wrong direction, but I forgot what that's called. But either way, it's like you're trying to feel your way through life when it's sitting right there. Your hand is hovering over it. You don't even know it's sitting there. So there's this blindsidedness that I'm thinking that some of you guys have been experiencing, that the universe is going to expose your blindsidedness, whatever it is that you're missing, something that you're missing. The universe is going to be like, I'm just going to go ahead and show you then. I'm just going to let you know that this is what it's been. So I like this energy because the I can't you will be doing. But I get why the I can't is there, not because you haven't been trying. It's just because you haven't been able to achieve it. And the dead horse is like, it's been too long, basically. And so the universe is going to put something in your mind or put something in your way along the path in order for you guys to get out of this cycle. All right. Virgo, that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. And again, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. And the only reason why I stuck on you guys for so long is because I didn't have to do their reading until literally 5 minutes from now. So that's the only reason why. But anyway, if you guys are interested in reading, all that is down below. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys back here a little bit later. Love you guys. Have a good day at work and school.